All right, I'm going to touch on programming progressive overload. It's a crucial tool for you to really have muscle adaptation, strength adaptation, uh, and then train your energy systems and obviously joint health with proper progressive overload. So I see a lot of guys say they don't have enough time to incorporate resistance training into their daily routines. That's just a matter of understanding and hiring somebody who can uh, do your progressive overload, your programming properly. You don't need much more than 45 minutes. Most programs don't need that. Now, obviously, you got to be efficient, understand the end result or what you desire to gain from the program itself. But hiring a professional who understands the science and application of programming is important because you can get very efficient and get those workouts complete, have good hypertrophy, which is muscle adaptation or muscle growth. You can have good strength, right? And then obviously the nutritional component and rest recovery is going to come in with how lean you want to be. So understanding progressive overload and incorporating it into your program is crucial. It's going to have an impact on obviously being able to um, burn more calories, obviously, get in really good condition, and longevity. So there's an indicator that carrying lean tissue has a correlation for morbidity. So if you're able to carry lean tissue for longer periods of time as you age, the lifespan is longer, which is quite interesting because I think mobility can impact, obviously, somebody's will and ability to live a long lifespan because they get sick or can't do things on their own, and then obviously the mind starts to break down and other things happen. But there is a correlation there. So with proper programming, obviously there's a way to effectively affect cardiovascular conditioning with rest recovery timeframes, and then with that, with proper programming, obviously mobility is impacted. So keeping proper range of motion, and then joint health is impacted. Understanding if you're doing specific movements to keep your joints healthy, and the connective tissue. A person who doesn't do resistance training is going to be at a higher risk for injury of joints and losing some of the mobility because with protecting joints, you want the connective tissue strong, and then you also want the muscle strong around that joint. So that muscle will take and absorb the energy or impact from day-to-day activities. So it's going to help with your longevity. And then hormonal balances, understanding different energy systems that you're working and then manipulating progressive overload to have adaptation for your energy systems. So as we age, our ability to produce explosive movements starts to really dwindle. And understanding progressive overload and the type of programming to stimulate the central nervous system to make sure that those fast twitch muscle fibers are being used properly is going to be key. So hiring, again, someone who understands the science and the application of progressive overload in helping you get from point A to point B. It doesn't have to take hours in the gym. It can be, and I programmed this with busy professionals for years. We did a 45-minute program, and the first 7 to 10 minutes was warm up muscle activation. So they were truly working out about 25 minutes, and they've seen tremendous results. Again, it's going to go back to goals, but making sure that you have a progressive overload plan is crucial. And then once you start pushing up to your plateaus, that professional needs to understand what they need to manipulate to get you through that plateau. Or is a volume too high? Do you need to back that volume back down so that way you're not going to get injured and you progress back up in waves? So there's a lot that goes on in progressive overload, and it's going to be a key component to help with not only longevity, but muscle adaptation, how much lean tissue you carry, how explosive you are, longevity, joint health. All those things are going to be impacted with proper progressive overload.